Moses knew 28 chapters before he released the word. Pastor Jay, what are you saying? Well, let me help you all out. There will always be a great season of preparation that you have to go through before God launches you. Say that again. There's going to always be a great season of preparation before God launches you. Once again, there's always going to be a great season of preparation, especially where God is taking you. He wants to make sure that you are cultivated perfectly. He wants to make sure that you are cultivated right. Praise the Lord. What are you saying, Pastor Jay? Well, Pastor Jay is saying you need to be okay when God himself immediately disrupts your life using very traumatic ways. Remember that, you can clap your hands. Remember that fear is a defense mechanism to get you moving. He uses fear to keep you moving. Let me help you, church. God is saying, I know it hurts. I know it was traumatic, but the goal is to keep you moving. The goal is to keep you moving. What are you saying, Pastor Jay? Joshua, he was in charge of all of the children of Israel. He was the leader for the children of Israel. Can I help you? He couldn't stay stuck because there were so many people that were assigned to his life. What are you saying, Pastor Jay? That God has certain people that are assigned specifically to you. And God is saying, I don't need you to get stuck. I don't need you to get complacent. But I need you to move when I tell you to move. You all have heard the term, when you move, I move. You need to do the exact same thing with God. When God says to move, you need to move. So God tells Joshua, I put the power, my power, on the inside of you to move heavy weights. Even though it frightens you and you're still grieving, God uses that moment of grief and trauma to move us. He uses that moment of grief and trauma to shift us. You ever notice in your life, it's not really until God makes things uncomfortable in your life that you begin to start moving in the right direction. That abusive relationship that God stopped abruptly. That abusive situation, God used it to propel you to your destiny. You ever notice, hallelujah, you've been praying for God to move on your behalf, to shift you out of the wrong situation, and then all of a sudden, abruptly, it just happens. That's God telling you, I've always been on your side. I'm glad you learned what you needed to learn through that test and through that trial. But what I don't need you to do is stay stuck, but I need you to move forward. Hallelujah. I was at the women's conference, amen, and me and the men, we were serving food, but I was being nosy, and I heard so many testimonies in the women's conference from so many women that came out of abusive relationships, that came out of so much craziness, and they made it, and look at their lives on today. That's the same thing with God. Don't ever think that what you went through, that God is not going to use that hurt. God is not going to use that pain to get you to the next level. God says, I need you to move forward so that I can heal you. I need you to move forward so that I can deliver you. I need you to move forward because I got some individuals that I need you to bring out. Yeah, it's kind of difficult for you to try to witness to somebody and you ain't healed. Come on. It's kind of difficult for you to try to witness to somebody and you ain't delivered. That's why we use this saying that hurt people hurt people. Praise the name of the Lord. When you hurt, you put your hurt on somebody else because you're saying it so emotionally. You're saying it with all of your heart. Amen. And you got to be careful with the heart because the issues of life are in the heart. And those issues of life that you go through, God is saying that I want you to be healed and delivered. Yes, I took you through it, but yes, I want to heal you. Why is it, church, that we say we come to church every Wednesday and every Sunday and whenever we have church, but you don't never want to be healed? You want to dance over your stuff. You want to dance and shout over your sin. You want the intercessory prayer team to pray like never before, but you never ask God to bring you out. The devil is a lie. Look at your neighbor and say, neighbor. Say, God wants to bring you out. And let me help you out. Yeah, you think you're moving forward. Yeah, you think you're moving to the next level. But you're still dealing with decades of hurt and decades of things that happened to you in your life. And you have never dealt with it correctly. You have never opened up your mouth and say, God, heal my mind. You never opened up your mouth and say, God, heal my heart. Some traumatic things happened to you at a very early age. You were 6, 7, 8, 12 years old, and you seen things happen in your life, and you ask God, God, why did you allow me to see that? And you take that on into your 20s and into your 30s, and then what you saw, you end up doing the same thing because you never allowed God to deal with your heart and to deal with your mind, and then you mess around and do the same thing that hurt you when you was a child. But the devil is a liar. That's why Bishop Blake says, be healed, be delivered, and be set free. That abusive relationship that God stopped abruptly, that situation is to propel you to your destiny. That bad relationship and bad marriage that God allowed to come to an end, God used to help propel, hallelujah, you into a new season that he wants you to pioneer. I'm going to say it again, that abusive, that hurt, that pain, God only wants to use you to pioneer a new way. You missed it. All of the things and all of the hurt that you had to go through, God wants to use you after he heals you to pioneer a new way. Joshua was pioneering, let's go Mikey, was pioneering a new way. Nobody is getting ready to do what he's getting ready to do. So pioneer, it means a person who is among the first to explore or settle into a new area. What are you saying, Pastor Jay? God is saying, I had to allow you to go through every traumatic, every mess, when they tried to kill you, when they tried to tell you, you wouldn't come out, that you wouldn't be nothing. God is saying, I'm using all of that to help you pioneer a new way. So God told me to tell you today to keep going and don't stop, because through the pain, through the fear, through the trauma, there are new ministries. Through the fear, there are new businesses. Through the pain, there are new ideas. Through the situation, there are new non-profit organizations that he only has assigned for you. Yeah, you gotta keep going and don't stop. I get it. I get it now. When Paul, he tells the church of Philippi, he said, I press toward the mark of the prize of the high calling of God in Christ Jesus. Let us therefore, as many, be perfect, be thus minded, and if anything, you be otherwise minded. The rest of the verse that y'all forget to read this, put your preaching voice on and say, even through this, say, God, just don't get the glory out of this. Oh, Paul tells the church, if you keep going, don't stop, and God will reveal what's next in your life. But you can't quit. You can't give up. You can't go into town. But you got to keep going. Look at your neighbor. I know I done told you to look at your neighbor about 3,000 times today. But make it to 3,001 times.